The first group of international students arrived in Sydney on Monday. It was a very small group though. It's part of the state government's pilot program to get more students back on university campus. Apart from this week's arrivals, international students are not permitted to enter the country until December 15 after the federal government, remember, delayed the easing of border restrictions due to Omicron. Let's go live now to the CEO of Universities Australia, Catriona Jackson. Thanks so much for your time. It's a week. We're about the halfway mark, a week until the border should open. But have you been given any indication that that will happen?
Look, Laura, we understand from the federal government that December 15 date is a proper date, a serious date. So we're really looking forward to seeing more of our fantastic students back. So good to see that 250 back this week. So looking forward to more and better to come.
Yeah, indeed. OK, so there was a 2-week pause. It was promised. There's no indication that that will be extended. What are those conversations with government at the moment? I mean, should university students rebook their flights to arrive on the 15th? Will they need to do any kind of quarantining?
It seems that the 72 hours that is now required, so those 250 who came back this week have to do 72 hours of self-quarantine. It seems those will be the requirements. And, you know, students are willing and happy and able to do whatever's required once they get here. We'll double confirm, obviously, before that 15 date. But students should go ahead with their plans. If they have any doubt, talk to their university. Don't sit there wondering, talk to their university. But it should be all go from December 15. Obviously, this is in the lap of the Commonwealth Government, though. So we're waiting for... It would be nice to have a public confirmation of that December 15 date. Yeah,
it should be. We'll try and get a question to the Prime Minister in the next half an hour too, hopefully. Catriona, in terms of quarantine facilities, this has really been industry-led and paid for. The pilot system is obviously a good way to test that. Has it all worked out?
Look, these students are going into self-quarantine, so not hotels, as we're more used to, Laura. I mean, there may be a need for sort of more broad-scale quarantine requirements later when students are coming back in big numbers, but I'm not so sure at this point. And the arrangements at the moment are home quarantine, so self-quarantine, going to the accommodation they'd be going to anyway.
Yeah, right. So this is industry-led, though. So the universities are completely prepared for this?
Look, universities have had 18 months of on, off, so plenty of time to prep, and students are very willing to do whatever's required once they get here. So, yes, universities have been making arrangements, and those are, as far as I understand, with that small number in this week, going smoothly.
OK, that is good news indeed. So let's just recap for the many international students that are so desperate for any kind of skerrick of information. The December 15 date, we haven't heard otherwise that is going to be extended. So they should be allowed to fly back in, quarantine for 3 days and then get on with their student lives.
Oh, and just get back into classes where they belong. We know that this 130,000 minus 250, those students have been waiting so patiently for months and now years in some cases. Some of them have done a year and a half of their degrees online from home. So like students from Australia, they're so keen to get back into the classroom. And we just need to get through these last couple of hurdles. We've discussed this so many times and it's been 2 steps forward, 1 back, 2 steps forward, 1 back. I'm confident that we've now got 2 steps forward, maybe 2.5 steps forward, and we're very close to the finishing line. Just need to get over these couple of hurdles in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, students, as people in Australia are watching the development of the Omicron virus and our research being conducted by Australian researchers, everyone around the world is looking to see what's happening with Omicron, but we're fairly hopeful, given the good, solid news about the fact that it might be very transmissible, but possibly not as serious as some other strains. So, look, all students are all keeping their eyes on that. Just keep the faith. Talk to your institution, talk to your university if you need to, but we are really ready to welcome you back. Absolutely can't wait to see you, and the welcome will be warm and vigorous once you're here.
OK, I'm sure they will be happy to hear that. Catriona Jackson, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Laura.